Hello everyone and welcome to the July edition of the Mount Fuji Update. Summer has finally arrived in Japan, and in this video, I'll share the latest information for those planning to visit the Mount Fuji area, including climbing updates and traditional summer events. Let's get started. As I mentioned in the Mount Fuji Comprehensive Travel Guide, Mount Fuji does not always look like the iconic image you may have in mind. The snow-capped summit is famous, but during summer the snow melts and the mountain takes on a very different appearance. If you want to see the snowy version, please visit early in the season or wait until autumn or later. The main event of the summer season is of course climbing Mount Fuji. Here's a quick overview. The official climbing season runs from July 1st to September 10th. Outside of this period, the trails are closed due to heavy snow. Climbers do not start from the base. Instead, you first travel up to the 5th station, located at an elevation of 2,305 meters, via a road called the Subaru Line. Private cars are restricted, so you must take a bus. If you're coming from Tokyo, take either a train or highway bus to the Mount Fuji station, about 2 hours from the city. Despite its name, Mount Fuji Station is located at the foot of the mountain, not on the mountain itself. It serves as the main access point for climbing. From here, the Mount Fuji climbing bus takes you to the 5th station in about 1 hour. And during summer season, there's direct highway bus from Tokyo Shinjuku to the Mount Fuji 5th station. For further information, please watch my previous video. My recommended climbing style is a 2-day trip with an overnight stay at a mountain hut. Depart the 5th station around noon. Arrive at a hut near the 8th station in the evening. Have dinner and rest. Around midnight, you begin the final ascent, reaching the summit around 5 a.m. to watch the sunrise. Seeing the sunrise from the summit of Mount Fuji is considered sacred and deeply meaningful, an unforgettable experience. You will then descend and return to the 5th station around noon. Links to mountain hut reservations and the official climbing information website are available in the description. Here are 2 very important rules you need to understand before climbing Mount Fuji: the trail fee and the daily entry limit. These rules directly affect how you plan your climb and what happens on the day of your ascent. There are 2 main climbing styles on the Yoshida Trail: a 2-day climb with a mountain hut stay and a 1-day round-trip climb. In reality, the number of climbers is roughly half and half. The 2-day climb is ideal if you want to see the sunrise and climb with plenty of time and energy. However, in recent years, mountain huts have become very difficult to book due to the growing popularity of Mount Fuji. If you cannot secure a hut reservation, you will need to choose the 1-day climb. You cannot see the sunrise and the schedule is tight, but it is easy to fit into a single day of your trip. First, let's talk about the trail fee. Regardless of which climbing style you choose, every climber must pay a 4,000 yen trail fee. You can pay at a 5th station gate, cash, credit card, or mobile payment. But paying online in advance makes the process much smoother. Next is a daily entry limit. To reduce congestion, the Yoshida Trail allows only 4,000 day trip climbers per day. Here's the key point. If you have a mountain hut reservation, you are not counted in this limit. At the gate, simply show your reservation email or confirmation screen, and you may enter. This limit applies only to day trip climbers. Out of the 4,000 daily entry slots, 3,000 are allocated to online prepayment, and the remaining 1,000 are reserved for same-day entry. In other words, paying the trail fee online also functions as reserving one of the 3,000 advance entry slots. If you already know the exact date of your climb, you can reserve your spot through the official booking website. Even if the advance slots for that day are sold out, an additional 1,000 same-day slots will become available on the morning of the climb. So you can try again on the day itself. Please know that a 100% cancellation fee applies starting 2 days after purchase, so be careful. However, changing the date is free of charge until the day before your climb. One more important point. Day trip climbers may pass through the 5th station gate only between 3 a.m. and 2 p.m. This rule exists to prevent dangerous, unprepared nighttime climbing. Please keep this in mind when planning your trip. Finally, there is a mandatory gear check at the 5th station gate. The summit of Mount Fuji is 3,776 meters high, and even when it is 30 degrees Celsius at the base, temperatures near the summit can drop close to freezing. For safety reasons, you cannot enter the trail unless you have all 3 required items: proper hiking boots, a 2-piece waterproof rain jacket and pants, and warm clothing such as a fleece or jacket. If you're missing any of these, you will need to rent gear at the 5th station. Please prepare well and climb safely. Mount Fuji has long been revered in Japan's Shinto tradition. In Fujiyoshida city, at the foot of the mountain, a unique and historic festival is held every year. At the end of August, the Yoshida Fire Festival. Despite its name, it has nothing to do with firing anyone. It is a powerful event where large torches and portable shrines filled with fire are carried through the streets. Mount Fuji is still an active volcano, and the festival is said to have begun as a prayer to calm its eruptions. If you're visiting in Japan during this period, it's truly worth seeing. Another summer highlight is the Milky Way of climbers. As many climbers ascend the mountain at night, their headlamps create a sparkling line along the trail. From the foot of the mountain, it looks like a glowing Milky Way stretching up into the sky. Don't miss this magical sight. Finally, here's the latest local information. The popular Mount Fuji panoramic ropeway is currently closed for renovation from May 11th to July 15th. Please keep this in mind when planning your trip. Also, July and August are peak season for peaches in Yamanashi Prefecture, where Mount Fuji is located. Yamanashi is Japan's #1 peach-producing region. You can find peaches at fruit stands, supermarkets, and even as desserts at your hotel. Enjoy the taste of summer. An exciting season is just beginning. I hope many of you will have the chance to experience the beauty of Mount Fuji this summer. See you in the next update.